Hi everyone, in this video I am going to show you world's cheapest NAS solution. For this you need the following things. First, you need the TP-Link AC1200 wireless router. This router is having a USB 2.0 port using which you can share your external hard disk or a printer. So for our NAS solution we are going to share our hard disk. The second thing you need is a power brick for this wireless router, and obviously you need an external hard disk that is going to be shared over the network using this wireless router. So let's get started. Okay, now the first step will be connecting this external hard disk to this router. So as you can see, there is an USB 2.0 port to the back of this router. So we need to insert our external hard disk. So this is a 320 GB external hard drive. I am going to insert it into this router. And next step will be connecting the power supply. Now let's insert this power brick into the power socket. Okay, now I turn on my Wi-Fi. Now the next step will be we need to log into the router. Before that we need to connect it to the Wi-Fi network. Now as you can see, there are two networks from that router. One is of 5 GHz and the next one is 2.5 GHz. You can connect it to either of those two. Credentials for this network will be on the back side of that router. Let me connect it to that. Okay, then next step will be like we need to log into the router. Open a browser and type in 192.168.0.1. So this is the IP through which you can configure that router. After entering that IP, you will get this login page. So the default credentials for this login will be admin. So the default credentials for this login page will be admin and admin. Let me log into that. Now after logging in, you will see this home page. In this we need to go to the advanced section, and in advanced section we need to go to the USB settings. In USB settings you can see my hard disk details, external hard disk details. I named my external hard disk as like this, so it is showing that here, and it's showing the total capacity and the free space available for that hard disk. Now in that section we need to go to the sharing access. In sharing access you need to give the credential details to access your external hard disk. So I have given my username as my name, and now you need to give your password for it. And after giving password, click on save. After that you will get a notification like saved, and then we'll go to the next section. So the next section will be like sharing settings. So here you can see the list of available protocols for accessing the external hard disk. I enabled first two. One is of network neighborhood and the second one is FTP. So network neighborhood, you can access it in Windows using this, and via FTP you can access it via with this. This you can access via Samba server. Third one I didn't enable it. And when it comes to the next section, which is called folder sharing, so there are two options here. One is share all. So if you want to share all the folders in that external hard drive, you need to enable this. And the next one will be for authentication. If you want to access your external hard drive using credentials, then you need to enable this one. I enabled this. That's it. So after doing all these things, you can just log out by clicking here. Click yes. Now you can close the web browser. Now before accessing the external hard drive in Windows, first thing you need to check is whether your Samba server is enabled or not. For that, in run, type in control panel and go to programs and feature. In programs and feature, click on turn Windows features on or off. Click on it. It will show the list of available features. So this is all that those features. In that, go to the Samba server section, which is available here. It will be named like SMB. So just ensure whether these features are enabled or not. If not, just tick it and then click OK. So it will take some time to enable it, to install those features. Once all these are enabled, you can come out of it. And now for accessing those external hard drive, you need to do the following. Go to run by clicking window plus R. You can click run here and click here. In run, you type in //192.168.0.1 and click OK. After clicking that, you will get this shared folder. Double click it. For the first time, it will ask for the credentials which you configured in that login page, in that TP router page. In my case, the username is Srikanth. So you need to enter those credentials. So in my case, username will be ./Srikanth and then my password. So you need to type in the username with ./ in Windows and type in your password and click OK, so that you will come to this drive. Now you can see the list of folders that is there. Now let me copy one file from my laptop to this external hard drive. Here there is one of my YouTube video here. Now let me copy this video from my laptop to this external hard drive. Let's see how much will be the transfer speed. As you can see, you are getting upload speed of 5.7 Mbps almost. The file has been copied. Let me delete the original file in that laptop. Now let me play this video file from that external hard drive and see whether it can be opened or not. As you can see, the file is playing using VLC player. I can able to play that file. I can able to play that file seamlessly. This is a HD file. Now it has been streamed without any lag. As you can see, I can seek anywhere. Now let me copy this file again to my laptop and see how much will be the download speed. So you are getting almost some 5 Mbps. Now I will show you the steps to access this external hard drive in Mac. Okay, now I am in Mac. Let me show you how to access that external hard drive. So the first step will be, like, we need to connect it to that Wi-Fi network. Let me turn on my airport. Okay, now I connected to my Wi-Fi network. Now either you can click window plus K to get this menu, connect it to server, or else you can click go. You can click connect to server menu. Either way you will get this menu. Now here you need to type in like this: SMB stands for Samba // TP-share. This was defined in that web page. Now click connect. It will ask for the credentials. Just type in your credentials and click connect. There you go. I can able to see my external hard drive. Now let me copy this file again to my laptop. There you go. It copied very quickly. Let me upload it again. By deleting from this external hard drive. There you go, it copied. Now let me play this file from that external drive. There you go. I can able to play that file without any lag. Now I will show you how to access this external drive. Okay, now I am in my iPad menu. Here also you can access that external drive using some third-party tools. Like I have remote files here. Before that you need to connect it to that Wi-Fi network. You can access those files using these third-party tools. Now I'll show you using those files. Accessing those files via VLC. In VLC, go to the network section. There you can see list of file servers. Click on the TP share and click browse folders. Now as you can see, all the folders that are there in the external drive is shown here. Now I'll again play that file. There you go. My iPad is playing that file. Now I will show you how to access that external drive in my Android mobile. Okay, now I am in my Android mobile. Here also the first step will be like connecting to that Wi-Fi network. I already connected. Here I am going to use the RS file manager. This you can get it from Play Store. In RS file manager, you click on this LAN section under network menu. There you go. You can see the list of available net folders. Just click on this 192.168.0.1. It will ask for credentials. Okay, after logging in, you can see the list of folders from the external drive. Now from mobile also you can copy the files from your mobile from your phone to this external drive, and also from this external drive to your phone. Let me play that file again. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching the video.